I'm not doing the technical part of it.
We just went live on Facebook.
Okay, no, I see. I just saw it go up. So happy Hanukkah for our first night. And so I'm going to share a PowerPoint for what we're going to be doing for the first part of things. And when we're lighting, we had invited people from the book club to come. So Mary Pelproyce, who has been organizing the book club for a number of years now, and Suzanne are going to lead. They'll each lead one of the blessings, and I'll lead the third. And then we'll do a couple songs together as well. But let me share here.
Rabbi, could you tell people to unmute if you want them to?
I will. Right now, we don't need to unmute, just
Okay.
as I'm welcoming everybody, but I wanted to give somewhat of an introduction as we begin, and we'll have a thought for each night of Hanukkah as we move through. So Hanukkah falls at the darkest time of the year. Light wanes and each day is darker than the one that came before. This year we continue protecting ourselves and one another from the COVID-19 pandemic and responding to the many stories of hatred and despair both at home and abroad. We are reminded of the immense work that remains to create a world where we can all live at peace. This year, as we light the Hanukkah lights, let us transform the darkness from this past year into light. We dedicate these nights of Hanukkah to knowing one's identity and to standing strong against external forces. As we light these candles, we dedicate these lights to every person in our community who needs support to be steadfast, to stay grounded in an inner space of calm and courage. Our tradition teaches us that each good act gives forth another. One spark makes more, mitzvah goreret mitzvah, and a string of candles awaits us this week. So each night there will be a question to think about, to reflect on, and maybe speak with people in your own home if anyone wants to talk about things later. So tonight, the thing to think about is, what is your source of light in the darkness? And I would say we all have something that sustains us through all of the darkness and through this time of year when we have so less light, a number of hours of the day that are light, and the many challenges that we are in. So this is the question to think about. What is your source of light in the darkness? So as we think about that, and as I understand, for those of you who were with us when we lit outside, that the audio did not work for a good part of it tonight. We think we have a way to make it better for tomorrow night. But I did mention that the 10th of December is Human Rights Day. And so as we consider the many parts of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the different things we can do to be sure that everyone is treated in the way that we need to be treated, that is something to think about. On Saturday morning, I'll be teaching a session in honor of Human Rights Shabbat about fair voting and elections and different texts from Jewish sources, biblical and on up, related to participating in elections in the countries in which we live, let alone elections in Israel. So the importance of everyone being accounted and being part of the decision-making process in the places that we live. So if you're interested in learning more about that, that is going to be on Saturday morning at 9:30. So we continue with the lighting of the candles, which is why we are here. And Mary is going to lead us in the first blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Hanukkah.
And Suzanne will lead the second one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem ba'zman hazeh. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, who performed wondrous deeds for our ancestors in days of old at this season.
And we sing the Shehachianu for the first night of Hanukkah, for reaching this special time to begin the holidays together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'higianu hazman hazeh. So I always grew up singing afterwards, and so we're going to sing Ma'ot Tzur first. I think I'm going to ask that people mute themselves, and you can sing, and that way it's harder to follow with everyone on, and so my apologies, it's a weakness of Zoom. But the English version we are doing here is not the traditional English version, so if you have song sheets that you received, it will not be these words. Julie Silver put other lyrics for Rock of Ages that I think may fit our time better. And so I didn't keep the old verse and the new verse in, but I could do that as well if people would like that. So we're going to first sing it in the Hebrew. And if you aren't sure of the words or whatever, you can always hum. Ma'ot Tzur Yeshuati L'chana El Shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati V'sham Todani Zabeach V'yet Tachin Matbeach Mitzar Hamnabeach Azegmor Bashir Mizmor Hanukat Amizbeach Azegmor Bashir Mizmor Hanukat Amizbeach. Rock of Ages, hear our song of peaceful revolutions. Tired of battles fierce and long, we yearn for restoration. We are young and learning, but the tide is turning, and your words light a fire within our souls. It's burning, and your words light a fire within our souls, it's burning. I have one other song for this evening, and then we can reflect on that, what you think of these different English words for it. It's O Hanukkah, O Hanukkah. O Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are singing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. O Hanukkah, a festival of joy, a holiday, a jolly day for every girl and boy. Spin the whirling dreidel all week long, tell the age-old story, sing a happy song. And while we are singing, The candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. I wanted to share this text with you, this poster. And at the end of here, I have the acknowledgements. It's from an organization called Bite, and they put out some beautiful materials for Hanukkah this year. What do you want your Hanukkah candle to be is the question. Fear, hate, discrimination. It denies the soul's spiritual expression. Perhaps the miracle of Hanukkah is the beauty to see the darkness as a call and an obligation to banish it with light. That was God's response to the initial darkness. Yehi or, let there be light. So we had invited people from the book club to be here, and of course everyone else who wanted to join us to be here as well. So we can unmute and have the opportunity to see one another. I'm interested in your reflections on the readings, the question of the night. What is your source of light in the darkness? And the other things you do to celebrate Hanukkah. We have our lights lit. I don't know a way to play dreidel on Zoom, so I think that's something we need to be doing in our own homes, but just being together. So I do invite everybody. Okay, you're going to spin the dreidel in the air, Alan? So you can unmute and we can have this opportunity to be glad that everyone is here together. We have people on Facebook with us as well. And so we will spend a little bit more time with everyone together. And then I invite you to do what I do, and that is to watch the candles until they burn down. And then we get to start again tomorrow evening again. So thoughts about the other English for Ma'ot Tzur, for Rock of Ages? No comments.
I like it better.
Yeah, they definitely more contemporary. They made much more sense.
I mean, maybe I should have the traditional one and then that one to compare and contrast a little more. So maybe I will add the other one back in as well. So we have both of them another night. My intention is that we'll do a couple songs each night and we'll rotate. They will not always be the same, so that we can vary it throughout the holiday. And while we all have this most evenings at 7 o'clock, tomorrow evening for Shabbat, our services will start at 7:30, but we begin with Shabbat candle lighting, first the Menorah lighting and then the Shabbat lighting. And then we will be involved with a service with Cantor Ellen Dreskin. On Saturday, we have a live performance on Zoom in the afternoon that will then lead into, after we have a discussion with the writer, actor, performer, will lead into Havdalah and then lighting the candles. The other nights, it will be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock on Thursday, 7 o'clock the other nights, where we'll light the candles with a short introduction, a couple songs, and then just really having the opportunity to be together, since otherwise, well, we might have been with more people for Hanukkah. We don't have the opportunity this year. So I want to welcome everyone. I don't know everybody, but it's good to have everyone with us, and you can unmute so that you can wish one another a happy Hanukkah as well.
Mary Lou McPhail is here from the book club.
Great.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Ellen and Barbara.
Happy Hanukkah.
And Linda, you're in the book club as well some of the time?
I am. Happy
Great.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
I'm
Hanukkah.
a rather new member, but I'm still there.
Okay.
We welcome all comers.
And the book club
I have
meets
more time
sometimes-
nowadays.
Sometimes Tuesday mornings, sometimes Wednesday mornings, but it's a morning book club that meets most months.
Well, it's Wednesday while Tony is teaching from his study,
Mhm.
but that looks like next semester will be the same. And I'm hoping that next fall, maybe we can do a hybrid if we can be back in the synagogue.
What?
A hybrid. We could have it on Zoom because of our new sound system. My understanding is we can do a lot more things. And we have people in Florida, people that can't come to Temple because they're having health issues. So I would like it to have that option even when we are back, meeting in person, which won't be soon enough.
I know,
When
I
it's
was making
It's been on Tuesdays, so.
when I was making the latkes tonight for the two of us, I was remembering back to making them with the group last year when we were making them for the dinner. And it was like, it's just not the same.
My favorite song of all the ones that you sing is the Hanukkah dreidel song. The only problem is I don't hear it the way you're singing it. I hear it in Yiddish because that's the way I learned it. And I'm sad to say at this point in my life, I can only remember phrases from it. And I've been trying to bring it up. But that's what happens. You get older, you forget all the words, but I still hear it. I still hear it.
I'm sure you can find recordings of it in Yiddish, whether if you Google it or on YouTube, because there's so many recordings and performances of different music right now. So you probably can find that as well. And I did, and in the happenings we sent out the QR code for 8 music videos and 8 Hanukkah songs on Spotify. So it's only the tip of the iceberg. There are new things that keep coming out. When you find things, share them with others, and it's another way to come together. A friend of mine who's a symphony conductor posted a Hanukkah medley he did last year with the Evanston Symphony Orchestra, which I will be posting in the next couple of days, which went through a lot of different songs, and it was just delightful to hear it. I don't know if he would have posted it if it wasn't this year, but it was very nice to hear.
I found more this morning when I was listening on YouTube than I ever. It was exponential from last year. At 6 a.m., I'm like singing along.
6 a.m.
Babs, what were you saying?
I just thought of 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had to because Tony was going to grade, and I like having the big screen.
I'd rather sleep. Sorry, Mary, you lost me.
I have to get every minute of daylight, so I have to be up when it's still dark to get ready for when it starts getting light a little before 7.
We're almost at the equinox.
Yeah.
Solstice.
The solstice,
winter solstice.
when it starts getting a little bit later each day, that's something to look forward to.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
starts next week.
Martin was saying that if it's clearer tonight, if we look outside later, we might be able to see the aurora borealis, apparently. Yesterday was too cloudy, but it was pretty clear. And so those of us who aren't right in the city where there's more lights, if we go out and look, we may be able to see that tonight too. Talk about a festival of lights, right?
The conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn also.
That's right. I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't seen it with my own eyes. So, I'm going to keep this open for anyone who would like to stay and wish the people on Facebook a happy Hanukkah. And we will be back lighting each night. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 outside of the temple, and that will be on Facebook. And anyway, we sent the information out. Anyone who doesn't have it, who still needs it, you can let us know. Juliet will be in the office tomorrow if you call her, right, to send out the information to you as well, if you don't have it and you want it. But thank you all for being here. And I'll say goodnight to the people on Facebook and the
We're
rest
gonna
of
say
you.
We're
goodnight.
gonna say goodnight too. Good night. Chag Sameach.
Good
We'll see you
night.
tomorrow.
Good night.
Sameach.
Good night.
Take care, and it's good to have everybody here. And